In the next slide, I will be presenting key provisions of the DepEd Order number 24 series of 2025. Unahin po natin yung scope. Ano-anong mga positions po ba yung covered nitong EO 174 and DepEd Order 24 series of 2025? Sa teachers, of course, covered dito yung ating teachers 1 to 7 and master teachers 1 to 5. Sa school principal, covered nito yung school principal positions 1 to 4. Including dito po yung mga teaching positions bearing the parenthetical titles, yung SNED, no, yung special needs education teachers and special science teachers. Gusto ko din pong i-highlight sa slide na to na yung ating mga ALS teachers, madrasa teachers, yung ating mga IP teachers, mobile teachers are all included here because they are occupying a generic position of a teacher, either teacher 1 to 3 or master teachers. No? So they are covered, no, in this policy. Ano po yung hindi covered? Yung ating mga guidance counselors. Hindi po sila kasama. Guidance coordinators, school farming coordinators, vocational instruction supervisors, yung newly created school counselor associates and school counselors, hindi po din sila covered nitong ating policy. Hindi rin po dito covered yung ating school librarians and other positions in the library service groups regardless kung meron po silang teaching load. No? Sana wala na pong nangyayari na ganyan. Hindi rin po dito covered yung mga teaching positions in non-DepEd managed schools and community learning centers. Ano-ano po itong mga non-DepEd managed schools? Ito po yung mga schools, pwedeng SUC, LUCs na nag-o-offer ng senior high school or secondary level, hindi po kasama sa ating policy. Yung mga teachers doon. Hindi rin po kasama sa ating policy yung mga teachers teaching in the Philippine High School for the Arts, the NAS, and the Philippine Science High School System. So covered po sila ng ibang ahensya. Ito. So hindi rin po covered dito sa ating policy yung teaching positions in the Bansang Moro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. But we noted in our policy that should they want to adopt our expanded career progression, they may do so. They just need to issue a similar policy from their end. And of course, all other positions that are neither specified in EO 174 nor specifically identified by DepEd as covered by the system. So yan po, sana malinaw yung ating coverage. In the next slide, we want to, at this point, we want to discuss the process, no, how we came up with this expanded career progression system. In the next slide, we will be showing the framework that we used in this endeavor, the teacher development framework. So, sa iba, no, akala natin nag-uumpisa yung teacher development sa teacher 1 when we are hired as teacher 1. But in fact, the teacher development starts at the pre-service institutions. Of course, yung ating mga TEIs, teacher education institutions, dyan po tayo hinupulma para maging future teachers. No? But of course, with the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers, we are working with the Teacher Education Council so that we can influence our teacher education institutions to revise and adopt the PPST, and so that we are sure that graduates of teacher education institutions are meeting the requirements of the beginning teacher or career stage 1. Yun po yung pangarap natin, na kapag ako ay isang graduate ng isang teacher education institution, sure ako, na nami-meet ko yung foundations, nami-meet ko yung basic requirements and expectations of a career stage 1 or beginning teachers. We are also encouraging our PRC that they revise or they align their the teacher licensure examination with the beginning expectations or the beginning indicators. So that sure tayo na kung ako ay graduate at may diploma from a teacher education institutions at kumuha ako ng LEP, ang ititest sa akin is the beginning career stage. And of course, no, after that, mag-a-apply na po si teacher sa DepEd gamit ang DepEd Order 7 Series of 2023, yung ating hiring guidelines for Teacher 1, ano, RSA guidelines. So dito po sa hiring guidelines, kung matatandaan nyo po, nung nag-apply tayo as Teacher 1, in-assess na rin po tayo using the PPST. And in-assess na po tayo using beginning towards proficient indicators. Ano pong ibig sabihin natin ng beginning towards proficient? Beginning teachers pero nagpapakita na ng konting competencies towards proficient. Of course, no, kunwari si teacher po nakapasa na. Nakuha siya sa RQA at na-appoint po siya as teacher 1. Dito po mag-uumpisa ang trabaho ni DepEd in terms of teacher development. No? From being a teacher 1 through our National Educators Academy of the Philippines or our NAEAP, the teacher will undergo a teacher induction program or the induction program for beginning teachers, where the intention is for our beginning teachers to move to the higher career stages or career stage 2. Ang goal po ng ating learning and development or professional development for our teachers is to move our teachers from one career stage to another, from beginning to proficient, from proficient to highly proficient, and from highly proficient to distinguished. Yan po ang goal ng ating NAEAP. Yan po yung ating goal sa ating professional development. And of course, sabi ko nga po kanina, hindi naman pwedeng gumagaling lang ng gumagaling si teacher. Dapat sinasabayan din natin siya ng promotion. Kaya po nandito yung ating ECP system, yung ating Expanded Career Progression System, because gusto po natin na habang gumagaling si teacher, napopromote din po siya. And that is how we want our teachers to get motivated to really work on their professional development and career advancement. Okay? In the next slide, ipapakita ko po yung structure, yung ating ECP structure at kung paano sila pwedeng mamili ng career stages. Ipapakita ng career path. Ipapakita ko din po dito paano natin kinakabit yung ating positions with the career stages of the PPST. Okay, so this is the structure of the ECP system. Kung makikita nyo po, at the base of our system is the teachers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And upon reaching Master Teacher 1, dun po mamimili si teacher ng kanyang career path, either classroom teaching or school administration. In this illustration also, you can see how we aligned the progression of our teachers with the career stages of the PPST and the PPSSH. So we are looking at teachers 1 to 3 as our beginning towards proficient teachers, 4 to 7 as our proficient teachers, Master Teacher 1 and 2 as our highly proficient teachers, and Master Teacher 3 to 5 as our distinguished teachers. So sasabihin po ng ilan sa atin, pwede namang teacher 3 ako pero magaling na ako eh. Kaya ko na nga maging master teacher pero bakit tinatag nyo ako as beginning towards proficient? No? Ito po ay blueprint lamang. Hindi po ibig sabihin na ito talaga yung inyong competency level. Kapag po sa tingin ninyo, ako ay isang teacher na nagpapakita na ng highly proficient or proficient indicators, dapat po signal na yun na nag-a-apply na tayo for promotion. Nag-a-apply, nagpa-participate na po tayo sa ating ECP system. Signal na po yun sa atin, signal na rin po yun para sa ating HR na dapat pinopromote na natin sila. No? Ganon din po sa ating school administration career lines. Yung ating pong teachers 4, 5, 6, 7 and master teacher 1, sila po ang nakikita natin na aspiring principal. And at the same time, they are our proficient and highly proficient teachers. Ano ibig sabihin po nito? Ibig sabihin nito at this stage, dapat po available na sa mga teachers na ito all the professional development interventions for both career paths. No? Kung sino man po yung nagpaplano na pumunta sa school administration career line, dapat po yung kanyang PD program ay suitable for that career line. Dapat din po at this point, tayo bilang teachers, nagre-reflect na din tayo. No? Kung ano talaga yung career path na gusto nating tahakin. No? Ito din pong teachers 4, 5, 6, 7 and master teacher 1. Ito yung pwede natin pong i-train bigyan ng mga designation to become either department heads or assistant school principal. Mamaya po makikita ninyo yan. Now, kung sakali mo po si teacher ay po pinili nga yung school administration career line, si school principal 1 and 2 are expected to be at the career stage 2 of the PPSSH, principal 3, career stage 3, and principal 4, career stage 4. Ngayon, ang tanong, paano po ma'am kung ako, ang pinili ko po ay school principal? Principal 1 na po ako. No, pero gusto ko palang medyo mas masaya po pala ako sa classroom teaching. Pwede po ba ako bumalik, no? Pwede po tayong bumalik sa kabilang career line provided na qualified po tayo doon sa master teacher at meron pong bakanting posisyon as a master teacher or yung staffing standards na i-discuss mamaya in the next session ay nami-meet po natin. Okay? So, pwede po tayong bumalik to the equivalent career, equivalent position or higher position in both career lines. Pero mamaya po babangkitin ko na merong mga limitasyon itong ating switching of career lines. Okay? In the next slide, ayan. Paano naman ngayon? Ngayon pong nakita na natin yung structure. Nakita na natin yung system of expanded career progression. Paano naman sila ngayon mapopromote? Unang-una, hiring and promotion to positions in the ECP system shall be based on merit, fitness, and competence. Nabanggit ko po dito yung hiring. Ang tanong, Ms. Shanda, pwede po bang mag-apply ng teacher 4 na? Or teacher 5 na, or diretso na po ako sa higher positions. Kung maalala nyo po, meron tayong DepEd Order 20, Series of 2024, yung RSA for higher teaching positions. Doon po open ang lahat ng ating higher teaching positions to external applicants provided na nami-meet din nila tulad ng ating mga internal applicants, provided na nami-meet din nilang the same qualifications and same competencies of the position being applied for. That is the absolute definition natin of merit, fitness, and competence. At idagdag na rin po natin yung equal opportunity. Hindi lamang po internal applicants, kundi pati po yung ating external applicants ay pwede pong mag-participate dito sa ating policy. Number 2, promotion shall be primarily through reclassification without precluding promotions through natural vacancy in the event of newly created items or vacated positions. Ano po yung ibig sabihin nito? Gaya ng sabi natin kanina, ang ina-advocate natin is reclassification as the primary means of promotion. Kasi mas mabilis po yun. Pero kung sakali man pong may nabakante, kunwari nag-retire po ang incumbent, nag-resign po ang incumbent, the vacated position shall still be published and posted for 1 year, inviting all applicants, internal and external, so that they can compete for that vacancy. If after 1 year, di po na-fill upan yung vacated position, kunwari it's a master teacher 3 position, Through DepEd Order number 20 series of 2024, the vacated position shall be abolished and converted to Teacher 1. And will now be filled up using our existing CAR RQA for Teacher 1. Number 3, promotion shall be non-hierarchical. Ito po yung mga nagtatanong. Marami pong nagtatanong nito sa amin. Kailangan po ba dadaanan po kada position or pwede po ba ako mag-jump? No? Promotion shall be non-hierarchical. Ibig sabihin, yes, pwede tayo mag-jump with certain limitations, provided that the following conditions are met. Number 1, promotion should be career stage based. No? When we say career stage based advancement, no teacher shall progress to higher career stages without progressing through each of the career stages. So I guess nasagot nyo na yung tanong kanina ni Marek on the fact or myth. No. Ibig sabihin po, kung ako po ay teacher 1 to 3, occupying a position from 1 to teacher 3, from teacher 1 to teacher 3, hindi po ako pwede mag-apply diretso ng master teacher 1. Kasi ang master teacher 1 is a career stage 3 position. So kailangan ko po dumaan in any of the positions sa career stage 2, doon po sa proficient. Kailangan ko po dumaan sa pagiging proficient muna bago po ako umakyat sa highly proficient. So any of the position naman yan. Para meron pa pong pangalawa, no? Kailangan na-meet din po natin yung 3 salary grade limitation. We don't want to have problems po with our appointments. So we want to abide and adhere to the CEC rules and regulations on the 3 salary grade limitation, even if that is reclassification or natural vacancy. So promotion shall not exceed 3 salary grades than the applicant's current position, except when the promotional appointment falls within the purview of the applicable exemptions granted by the CSC as stipulated in the ORA-ORA. So may bago tayong ORA-ORA ngayon, 2025 ORA-ORA. May mga nakapaloob po doon na exemptions, no, that can allow us to be promoted more than 3 salary grades. Kasama dyan yung deep selection process and yung ating next in rank, no, kasama po doon sa ating exemptions. So when we submit, kung sakali man pong reclassification yung path na kinuha natin, the application for reclassification should be accompanied by a justification that fall under these exemptions. Okay? Sige po. In the next slide, nabanggit ko na po ito kanina, yung scrap and build policy. Isa po ito sa magandang polisiya ng DBM that we are adopting, no? At dito po sa ating ECP system, mas gagamitin po natin yung strategy na ito, no? Ano ang ibig sabihin ng scrap and build? Vacated position shall be abolished to create new positions through conversion. If it remains vacant after it has been published and posted as natural vacancy for 1 year, reckon from the date of vacancy. Bakit po natin ito ina-advocate? Unang-una po, marami po tayong unfilled positions. Maraming positions, lalong-lalo na sa higher positions at lalong-lalo na sa senior high school na kulang po yung ating applicants just because mataas yung qualification standards. At ang resulta po nito, medyo nagkakaroon po tayo ng understanding, no? Nasasayang yung position kasi walang qualified. So kapag ka po ang ating position, vacant position or unfilled position remains dormant for a period of 1 year, that is the time we abolish that to create new positions. So that means that the Schools Division Office should take all means of all strategies so that they would be able to fill up that position within 1 year. Otherwise, we will be converting that position to the positions in the table below. So kung ang nabakit po is school principal 2, 3, and 4, that will be converted to school principal 1. If the vacated position is teachers 1 to 7 or nawala po yung Master Teacher 1 to 5, that will be converted to Teacher 1. Okay? In the next slide, okay, ngayon kung alam na natin kung paano tayo ma-promote. Again, recap, we can be promoted through reclassification, or kung may bakanting position, we can also be promoted through natural vacancy. Pero ano nga ba po yung proseso? Unang-una, just like any other government position, we have to meet the CSE-approved qualification standards. We have to meet the education, training, experience, and eligibility requirements. Number 2, we have to meet the certain PPST-based performance requirements. We have to meet the desired proficiency level of our teachers defined under the PPST as may be assessed through our performance ratings or through our PMES. No? So kung makikita nyo po, very similar po ito. Parehong-pareho doon sa ating DepEd Order 20 series of 2024. No? Meron tayong QS, meron tayong performance requirements, and number 3, of course, pag napasa natin itong 1 and 2, we have to undergo the comparative assessment by our HRMPSB and our subcommittees. No? Since last year po, we have been training assessors. No? We have been training teacher assessors all over the country, and right now po na nababasa po namin sa mga posts, no, that some of our divisions have already completed their cascading or their rollout of the assessors training. So malamang po yung mga divisions ninyo, meron na po silang mga trained assessors of teacher competencies, and they are trained how to assess the criteria indicated below, no? Of course, yung ating education, training, and experience through our incremental scale, yung ating performance is also one of the criteria, and of course, the bulk of these points will be given to classroom observation or classroom observable indicators, and the non-classroom observable indicators that will be assessed through teacher portfolio and behavioral events interview. So yung binanggit ko po kanina ng mga assessors, they are trained how to evaluate applicants, no, through classroom observation, through portfolio annotations, and through behavioral events interview. So paghandaan po natin yan. Ano po? Ngayon may nagtatanong kanina, mayroon tayong tanong kanina, fact or myth? No? Masyado bang mahirap? Pinapahirapan ba natin yung ating mga teachers sa ating under this ECP system? No? Kung mapapansin nyo po, ito pong classroom observation, teacher portfolio, kung ginagawa po natin ito araw-araw in our daily teaching and learning process, no? Hindi po dapat tayo nahihirapan at hindi po dapat tayo natatakot na magpa-evaluate, no? So, dahil kung tayo po ay diligent, no, na at isinasabuhay po natin yung mga expectations, yung mga standards under our PPST, hindi po dapat ito mahirap sa atin. Okay? So paano naman po kung so ibig po ba sabihin, Miss Chanda, kung ako po ay dadaan ng natural vacancy, pareho po yung proseso na dadaanan ko? Paano naman po kung ako ay dadaan ng reclassification? Ano po yung dadaanan kong proseso? Sabi po dito sa box below, of course, pareho po sila. Magkaiba lang po yung ating reference document, pero kung babasahin po ninyo, pareho lang po yung criteria natin. Again, CSEA-approved qualification standards, performance requirements, and the comparative assessment by our trained assessors. Ngayon, paano naman kung ako po ay pupunta sa school administration career line? Ano naman yung criteria na dadaanan ko? Ano yung proseso na dadaanan ko? Again, we have to meet the CSE-approved qualification standards in terms of education, training, experience, and eligibility. Number 2, we have to pass the DepEd-administered school head assessment. In the coming days, meron po tayong i-administer na national assessment for school heads or ang tinatawag natin ngayong na NASH. So, kailangan po natin ipasa yun, no? That is a readiness test. Kumbaga po, dito po sa assessment na to, gusto natin makita yung kanilang readiness, no? To take on the function of a school principal. So, kailangan po natin ipasa yan. That's the second requirement for the school administration career line. Number 3, of course, we have to undergo the assessment or the comparative assessment by our HRMPSB and subcommittees. At kung familiar po kayo sa ating DepEd Order number 7, no? Meron po doon RSA guidelines, no, for school administration positions. Pareho po yung criteria natin sa reclassification at sa natural vacancy. So titingnan natin yung kanilang education, training, experience, performance, outstanding accomplishments, application of education, application of L&D at ating potential. I-highlight ko po dito yung application of education and application of L&D because hindi po tayo natatapos lang sa pag-attend ng mga training at hindi po tayo natatapos lang sa pag-achieve, sa pag-acquire ng ating master's degree or units for higher education. Dapat po na-apply natin ang learnings na ito sa ating daily function. Kung ano man po yung ating natutunan doon ay hindi lamang napupunta sa ilalim ng ating mga desks, kundi na-apply po natin sa ating araw-araw na pagtatrabaho. Okay? Sige po. I'm down to, I think, my last slide. I'd like to highlight po the switching of career lines. No, sabi ko kanina, pwede naman po, halimbawa po ay napunta tayo, pinili natin yung school administration, pero gusto natin bumalik sa classroom teaching, pwede naman po yun. However, there are certain restrictions. Switching of career line shall be allowed only once. No, so pwede lang po tayo mag-switch ng isang beses, no? Bakit po natin ito ini-implement? Kaya po nang sabi ko kanina, it should be incumbent upon us also to reflect on our professional development and career advancement. Dapat tayo din po mismo, alam natin kung saan tayo papunta. No? Ano ba talaga yung career line na gusto nating tahakin, no? So pwede naman tayo mag-switch pero isang beses lang. Number 2, the applicant must meet the QS and undergo the assessment for the position applied for. It can be done through reclassification or natural vacancy, but they have to meet the QS and undergo another assessment. Kasi iba po siya, no? Magkaiba yung trabaho, ang expectation ng school principal at magkaiba din po ang sa master teacher. So hindi po natin pwedeng i-assume na dahil ako na ay school principal ay kaya ko nang maging master teacher. No? Magkaiba po siya. Lalong-lalo na sa higher master teacher positions, iba na po ang expectation kapag ang position na ay nasa distinguished. Okay? And number 3, of course, the switching will still be subject to availability of vacant position and or the applicable staffing standards for master teacher and school principal. Mamaya po in the next session, medyo bibitinin ko po kayo, i-discuss po ng aming kasamahan yung ano naman po itong sinasabi nating staffing standards. No? So that will be one of the consideration kung tayo po ay magsiswitch ng career line. So I guess I have discussed some of the salient provisions of the DepEd Order 24 series of 2025. Sana po ay may natutunan kayo sa aking session ngayong umaga. Magbabalik po ako mamaya, wag po kayong mag-alala para sumagot ng ilang mga katanungan. Pero I hope that you have taken down notes, you have taken down your questions. You may ask them po later sa comment section. And meron po kami ibibigay sa inyo na QR code kung saan nyo po pwedeng ibato, no, yung inyong mga katanungan, particularly in this session on the expanded career progression.